Jungkook tries to enter Jimin's home, but suddenly his access no longer works. Fans panic, haters celebrate, and Jimin's mother becomes the unexpected key to the truth. But what happens next only makes the mystery even deeper. It all began with a moment so small, so simple, that no one expected it to explode into a global debate. The first minutes of Are You Sure? Season 2 looked harmless. Jungkook leaving a clinic, the staff following him, preparing another surprise for Jimin. But the second they arrived at Jimin's apartment, the entire fandom held its breath. Why? Because something didn't match the memory burned into everyone's mind 2 years ago. Back then, the world watched Jungkook enter Jimin's home effortlessly, typing the password like someone who belonged there. Someone who didn't need to knock, didn't need permission, didn't hesitate. It wasn't rumor. It wasn't speculation. It was a recorded, broadcasted, undisputed fact. So when the new episode revealed that the staff had to call Jimin's mother for the updated passcode, panic erupted among the less informed, and haters pounced immediately. See, they're distant now. They're avoiding each other. They're only filming this show because they have to. None of it was true. None of it was logical. None of it survived even a basic look at the details. Because the moment Jungkook reached that door, he didn't act like someone who no longer belonged there. He acted like someone who naturally assumed he still had access. And that one small gesture, trying the fingerprint scanner first, became the strongest proof that the narrative was being twisted beyond recognition. No person tries to use their fingerprint on a door they aren't familiar with. Jungkook's movements were instinctive, muscle memory from years of easy access. But when the scanner didn't respond, he wasn't confused about his relationship with Jimin. He was confused about the door, because something had changed. Something recent. Something practical. Filming for Season 2 began 4 days. Only 4. After both men completed their military service. They had spent nearly 2 years away from their personal spaces, their routines, their homes. Anyone returning after that long would naturally update passwords, reset security systems, reconfigure fingerprint access. This wasn't distance. This wasn't emotional separation. This was simply what people do after 18 months away from their private lives. And that's exactly why Jungkook stood there, brows furrowed, not hurt, just surprised. He tried again, waited, and then casually, almost too casually said, "Let's call Jimin's mom." There was no awkwardness in his tone, no uncertainty, only the familiarity of someone who knows exactly who holds the newest access. Someone who understands of family dynamics. Someone close, very close. Meanwhile, the staff stayed behind him without even attempting to open the door. They didn't know the new code either, and that meant one thing. The change was recent, personal, and absolutely not a sign of distance. The biggest misunderstanding came from people who didn't look closely at the emotional language of the episode. Because everything about Jungkook's behavior showed ease, not discomfort. Confidence, not hesitation. A man returning to a space he knew well. And then there was Jimin. The moment he realized Jungkook was in his room, half asleep and unguarded, he relaxed instantly. No flinch, no tension, just a softness that only appears around familiar people. After months away, after long nights in barracks, after silence and distance from the outside world, both of them moved as if their connection never changed. The truth is simple. The locked door wasn't emotional distance. It was just a practical reset that anyone would do after coming back from military service. But what happened next? What truly stunned the entire fandom wasn't about the door. It was about Switzerland, and a moment so intimate, so unfiltered, that it sent the internet into chaos. A moment that felt like time stopped. A moment where the cameras became invisible. A moment that made millions whisper the same question. Did they almost kiss? It happened during their peaceful walk toward their lodging in Switzerland. The scenery was beautiful, quiet, dreamlike, but their interaction was what truly stole the breath of everyone watching. They were walking side by side, talking softly, sharing the kind of relaxed energy only seen between people deeply comfortable with one another. And then, Jimin reached out, not with hesitation, not with awkwardness, but with a familiar tenderness that spoke louder than words. His hand cupped Jungkook's face. Full palm, soft hold, close, intimate. An instinctive gesture you simply do not offer to just anyone. And Jungkook reacted instantly, naturally, as if his body already knew the script. His hand lifted toward Jimin's face, mirroring the gesture. A silent response that needed no dialogue, no explanation. There was no shock, no pulling away. Just two people leaning slightly into each other, drawn by something warm and unspoken. Their faces came dangerously close. Close enough for the fandom to freeze, gasp, and replay the moment hundreds of times. Close enough for the world to wonder if this was an accident, or a moment too real for the cameras. Their posture, their eyes, their gentle movements, everything pointed to familiarity, to trust, to a bond that didn't weaken during military service, but deepened. In the end, the locked door wasn't a symbol of separation. It was nothing more than a practical change after months away. But the way Jungkook acted at that door, the way he spoke of Jimin's mother, the way Jimin softened the moment he saw him, and the near kiss in Switzerland, paint a picture far more powerful than any rumor could. A picture of connection, of comfort, of two people whose dynamic remains untouched by time, distance, or noise from the outside world. And that's why this story matters. Not because of theories or drama, but because some bonds don't fade. Some bonds return stronger. Some bonds remain beautifully, undeniably natural. If this moment touched you too, stay with us. There is still so much more to uncover in their story.